Introduce myself.
Mm-hmm.
Oh. Hi, Tim Beauregard, Fresno Pacific head coach. Bree Alvarez, 6th, 7th year senior. Yeah, tough night. I feel like we set some goals at the beginning of the year. We reached those goals. We set some new goals, and those new goals were to win a game here, and that's tough. The toughest part, I think, for us, and there's nothing that you can kind of say that make the team feel better in this next couple of hours. And I think the reason is because we're a tight squad and we really enjoy spending time together. And our seniors mean so much to us, and to know that that's the last time that we rode a bus and prepared and practiced and things that we do that we enjoy so much. And we no laughing, no learning. We say that all the time. We have a ton of fun together. And Bree's been through so much and led us, to a great year and kind of turning our program around. And it's a tough one to say goodbye to the seniors and like I said, how much they mean to us. And so, tough one to swallow. We feel like we play a 7-game series with that team. We're going to come out on the top side. So that's my recommendation to the PacWest: make them 7-game series. We came out with a game plan, and to their credit, they did a good job of adjusting. And I feel like we kept hitting the shot that we needed to keep us in the game and get us in striking distance, and then we missed the daggers that we really needed to hit to get us right there. And we had a lot of fight and a lot of resolve and battled through some things. But at the end of the day, you got to hit some shots, you got to squeeze a couple more rebounds. It's easy to point fingers at a bunch of statistical things, but at the end of the day, this team overachieved this year. Our goal is not to be here 1 year and take a loss and not be back. Our goal all along in the last couple of years since day one with Bree and I is to turn this program around and be a contender every single year. And I think that with the fingerprints that Bree has and Julia has and Babs has on our program, we're set up for success over the next couple of years. And we really believe that. And I think a lot of times in year one of turning around a program, it's hard to believe that. Year two, you start to believe that. This year, we believed it. We believed that we were a good team. We believed that we deserved to be here. It wasn't a fluke, and we believe that we're going to be here next year and for the next couple of years. And that's a lot to do with our seniors and Bree. So,
overall, I think the game plan, we came in and we had a game plan to come into the game and just apply a lot of pressure. We knew that coming in it was going to be a tough game, and so we knew that they were ready to compete with us. And so, we battled. We made a lot of shots. We made shots that there was a lot of shots that we should have made that we didn't. But overall, we competed. And just to be a part of the program, just to see where it's gone, and from day one since I've been here to where we are now, it's been a growing process. A lot of ups and downs, but overall, we have a lot of people that are bought in, a lot of people that believe in us, and so we're going to keep moving forward.
Coach Ethan Estrada from Penguin Radio, you touched on it a tiny bit, but can you elaborate more on your team's resiliency today?
Yeah, all year for us, it's just about it's about fighting and continuing to believe. And I feel like we had our moments where we talk all the time that you're seeking as a basketball player the emotion and the feeling that you get nowhere else, and it's after like a steal and a one more and a corner three to tie the game. That feeling and that emotion that you get at those times change the landscape of the game. And quite honestly, what we talk about all the time, and it's why it's a struggle, is you never experience that kind of feeling again in life when you're done playing. I don't experience that the same way that Bree experienced that tonight. And so we seek that out. We talk about being dream chasers in our program, and one of the things that we seek out in our dream every single time that we step on the court is to find those moments of euphoria, because it's a beautiful basketball play. It's so poetic. And we had those a couple of times tonight, and we just couldn't quite build on that or hit that next shot or that third shot. Bree hit 3 or 4 kind of daggers to keep us back in, and then we got some good shots to follow up, and they didn't fall. And so credit to Point Loma and their staff and their players. They did a great job, and we're just going to try to get better. I got to try to get better as a coach, and our players that are coming back and try to get better. And like I said, the fingerprints of what our seniors have done is going to last a lifetime in our program.
Coach Forrest Hunt from Penguin Radio. You guys take more threes than anybody in the conference. It seemed like in that first half, they weren't going in, but you weren't attempting as many. Was that something that you guys maybe strayed away from, or was that something that they did well to keep you guys off the three-point line?
No, they did well. We had a real good defensive game plan, I feel like, and when we executed that, that helps. But we know with our team, if we don't squeeze rebounds, we don't get those threes. And they're a good offensive rebounding team, and they got us in the first half. And so when we squeeze a great defensive rebound, we'll get those threes. We didn't in the first half. That's why we only took 12, I think. We like to take more than that, and that's how we like to play. It didn't quite go that way for us. Some second chance points, stop it and slow it down, and then some offensive rebounds, kind of hurt that flow for us. But it's the style that we play, and you kind of live and die by that a little bit. But I thought that defensively we kind of kept ourselves floating around even with those missed shots, which is a testament to our players, because I think our growth over the last 2 years is when we miss shots, we also give up a lot of things. Tonight we missed some shots. We got the stops that we needed to kind of keep us in striking distance, and then to reiterate, just couldn't hit those shots that really would have got us close.
Coach Soren O'Connell with Penguin Radio. When I'm looking at this stat sheet, I'm noticing that the only player with significant minutes who had a positive plus-minus was Jessica Malazarte. Now she's a sophomore, and we were talking a little bit about the past, how you're going to have some seniors graduating, but looking to the future, how important is Jessica Malazarte to this team, and what kind of extra things does she bring to this team that no other player can?
Oh, a ton. And I feel like it's been a big part of Bree's responsibility this year is to kind of take Jess under her wing the last 2 years and teach her kind of how to compete at a high level and kind of how to have a killer instinct out there. But Jess is special. She knows she's got to have a great summer, because I think that she's realized she's had her ups and downs the last 2 years, and if she can have a great summer and come in great shape and do some things, for all intents and purposes, she's our leader and does a lot for us on the court. We've got some young kids that we didn't really unleash a lot this year because, when Bree's playing a ton of minutes and Jess is playing a ton of minutes, we have some players that we think are going to continue to help our program move forward, and recruits that are coming in that we love. But Jess is a huge part of that. She was one of the recruits that we got, and I knew that we were going to be okay for the 4 years that she was leading our team with the ball in her hands. We're just better with the ball in her hands. Quite honestly, we were all year. And I think as she grows and matures a little bit and is a little bit more aggressive and can kind of dig into things a little bit more and have a little fight in her, and like I said, Bree's worked with her and taught her that, we're in a good spot. The program's in good hands.
All right, Coach. Thank you.
Thank you,
Great
guys.
team. Really
Appreciate
enjoyed
it.
watching.